Okay, now we're going to look at an example of converting inches cubed to centimeters cubed. So when you do the physical property analysis, Inventor is going to give you a volume in inches cubed, and the assignment's going to ask you to convert it to centimeters cubed. So if you're unsure of the process, hopefully this video will help. Hopefully you watched the inches squared to centimeters squared video. The process is very similar. It's actually almost exactly the same, except we're going to be dealing with exponents to the power of 3 instead of to the power of 2. So hopefully you've already watched the inches squared to centimeters squared video. Let's get started. So this example is asking to convert 25 inches cubed to centimeters cubed. So again, just like any unit conversion problem, we start with writing out what we're given, which in this case is 25 inches cubed. And we're looking to multiply by some conversion factor, which is a fraction, that will allow us to cancel out the inches cubed and be left with what we want, which is centimeters cubed. So just like with the inches squared to centimeters squared, we're going to start by actually forgetting about our exponents. We're just going to look for an equivalence that takes some amount of inches and sets it equal to some amount of centimeters. So for that, as always, we want to look at our formula sheet. And our formula sheet tells us that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So that's what we're going to put into our conversion factor. We are going to multiply by a fraction that is 2.54 centimeters over 1 inch. And again, we don't want to multiply by 1 inch over 2.54 centimeters because we want our inches down below to cancel out with our inches up top over here. So now we have our conversion factor, but now we have to deal with the fact that we have just inches here and inches cubed over here, so they can't cancel out directly. And what we're going to do is we're going to raise this conversion factor not to a power of 2 like we did in the last example, but to a power of 3. And what that does for us is it's going to make us have to distribute this exponent of 3 to everything within this conversion factor. So now I'm no longer multiplying by 2.54, I'm now multiplying by 2.54 cubed, otherwise known as 2.54 times 2.54 times 2.54. Now I have centimeters cubed instead of just centimeters. Likewise, I have inches cubed instead of just inches, and I'm dividing by 1 cubed instead of just 1. So now I'm ready to do some math. My inches will now cancel out, my inches cubed will now cancel out with my inches cubed, leaving me centimeters cubed up in my numerator. And 25 times 2.54 cubed gives me 409.7 divided by 1 cubed is 1. So divided by 1 is still 409.7. So 25 inches cubed is equal to 409.7 centimeters cubed.